Hello and welcome to Arachnid Arena for the first ever Spider Saturday about the a.geniculata. The a.geniculata, also known as the Brazilian giant white knee, is the spider which you can kind of see on screen now. We'll see if it comes out a bit more, but I highly doubt that. They roughly grow to 9 inches and they need a 45 by 45 centimeter enclosure. So yes, as you can see, they have those distinctive white stripes along the legs, which go horizontal and vertical in some places. This spider is quite a large one for a tarantula, and due to that, it's quite a heavyweight tarantula. They also have a black carapace and a reddish blackish abdomen. So it has a red setting of hairs over it, which is why it has that reddish colour, but the actual abdomen is black. They are quite aggressive feeders, as seen in many of my other videos. They love eating and can take down quite big prey. Once adult, they can even be fed pinky mice. Sorry. They are one of these bird-eating tarantulas, so they're obviously found in Brazil, as the name suggests, and in like tropical rainforests, so they need it quite humid, and the soil needs to be quite moist so that they can make those exquisite burrows as seen on camera. They will need a hide, which is, you can kind of see that the Aztec design circular one is what I've got is an Exoterra hide. However, they rarely use this hide as they mature. They're usually out on display, which makes it quite a stunning and well-delivering tarantula. Because obviously, once you've got this huge spider spread out over the enclosure, it is truly immense and looks lovely. Females obviously get bigger than males, so keep that in mind when getting one. If you want a big spider, then you should get a female for a bit more money. Whereas the males, they don't live as long and they're quite small. Females of this species can live up to 15 years. However, males only really live 3 years, so then again, keep in mind what one you're buying if you can. To sex the tarantulas, you either need to look on a live specimen for the booklines and then try and locate like a black spot to determine whether it's male or female, or you need to have a molt, which I will show shortly what they look like. The molt's just when a tarantula needs to grow bigger, they'll molt. I've done a video on that. On the molt, you can sex them using the molt and try and find the spermithia on the females, which is like a little flap. This species truly is beautiful, however, they can be quite skittish yet bold at the same time. So keep in mind when you're either filming your tarantulas or feeding. Right now I'm feeding outside the enclosure, so this enclosure is fully locked, so there's no risk of it bolting at me or anything. The enclosure must have a secure lid, as when they're bigger, they are quite strong, and these tarantulas are escape artists. So you need to make sure when you buy an enclosure that it can be locked, or it is very hard to open. Keep that in mind when thinking of the costs of a tarantula. Off the spider shop, they cost roughly for a 4 to 5 centimeters spider £20, and then £10 plus the postage, so £30, and then obviously you need the terrarium, the substrate, and obviously a waterborne hide, and obviously more decor if you want it. So basically, what this tarantula needs for the substrate is anything really. Peat moss is always advisable, and then cocoa fiber and terra blocks. They're always good, and you must always have a water dish filled in the enclosure. Tarantulas do drink water using their fangs. It's very rare to actually see them do it, but I have, and they definitely use those water bowls. And remember to mist or spray the enclosure a few times a week. As I said, the humidity needs to be a bit higher, so roughly near the middle to higher end of the hydrometer. The tarantula needs room temperature roughly, but if you're in the UK or have a cold home, then obviously use a heat mat. Breeding wise, this tarantula is they provide quite a few big slings. I'm pretty sure it's 500 to 600. However, the females can be a bit feisty due to their large size, and also the fact that they are basically, the male sometimes will get eaten by the female tarantula during mating, so keep that in mind before you think of mating tarantulas. Once you have the babies, you can either cut open the egg sac to let the babies out, or let it work naturally with the mother spider for roughly 5 to 6 weeks. Thank you for watching. I might do another video on the a.geniculata once it molts and is a bit bigger, but that's all for now. Thank you for watching Arachnid Arena.